Starting with NewsNation's Kelly Meyer, who is on the trail with the Harris campaign. Kelly, good morning to you. The vice president surrounding herself with some interesting surrogates as she tries to grow her lead there.
Yeah, that's right. Good morning, Markie. So we are now just 24 hours into in-person early voting here in Bucks County in this critical swing state of Pennsylvania. And when you talk about swing counties, Bucks County is one at the top that both candidates are trying to win here. And today, as you mentioned, Vice President Harris is going to bring out a slew of Republican officials to reach out to the Republicans here in this county. It was once a Republican stronghold, but has shifted more Democratic in the last few decades. So her message today is focused on them. A senior campaign official telling us this morning that Harris will focus on patriotism and unifying all Americans. She is set to be joined today by more than 100 Republicans, and that includes former Republican Congressman Adam Kinzinger. He is a frequent former President Donald Trump critic, and he was also one of two Republicans on that bipartisan committee investigating the January 6th attack at the U.S. Capitol in 2021. Harris is expected to talk about how former President Trump refused to accept the results of the 2020 election and warn of the risks of a second Trump term. But in a radio interview with Charlemagne the God, a popular radio host, Harris admitted the race is close. Take a listen.
This is a margin of error race. It's tight. I'm going to win. I'm going to win. But it's tight. And, you know, what is at stake is truly profound and almost and historic, many would say.
And if we look at the numbers here in this county, Markie, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton won this by 2,000 votes over Trump in 2016, and President Biden won it by 17,000 votes in 2020. So it's another example of Harris not only going to Philadelphia or Pittsburgh, those Democratic strongholds, but also these outlying pivotal counties that could make a difference in a state like Pennsylvania. Yeah. Markie?
This race could just not be any closer. Kelly, Vice President Harris not only trying to win over Republican voters in Pennsylvania, but women voters as well. What is she doing to lock in support with that key group?
Yeah, so far she's already doing better with that demographic than former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton did back in 2016. But it's almost like this race is becoming a battle of the sexes, men versus female. Look at these numbers we have. So Harris is currently winning by more than 10 points, according to the latest The Hill Emerson poll out of Pennsylvania. And that split is consistent across all battleground states and nationwide. This is as Trump continues to struggle in the PA suburbs, especially with women. But he does lead Harris by 14 points with male voters, and he is on pace to win men by an even bigger margin than he did in 2020 by about 9 points nationally. So you're going to see VP here today trying to win over white women in these Pennsylvania suburbs as we get closer to Election Day. Now, Trump won white women in 2016. Harris is winning that segment right now. Markie?
Right. We know you're all over it today. Kelly Meyer, thanks so much, live from the trail. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.